works, how this tethering to the other device or metal maggots. Bah, bah. Holy metal maggot for sure. Oh, it's going. It is crazy though how literally actually you're not free. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're free. Well, don't actually exercise anything because we have the right to literally destroy. I don't even know how to explain what is. I mean, yes, they're molesting, but so much more than that too. They've chosen to rape and pillage every bit of context for their own gain, for their own benefit, so it looks like what they want. And if they keep lying enough times, it will be true. You know that old adage where you lie enough times, it'll be the truth? That's what they're doing. Pasco's... And Sean Sand's just a political puppet of the police. He doesn't have any integrity or any ability to be anything. He got voted in the way he got voted in because he's a corrupt politician. Southern, how's it going, citizen? Southern MN citizen. It's how is it going? Just testing this out, trying some new mobile data thing. See if it works so I can stream. Should be unlimited stream. We'll see how long that lasts. Oh. See, is it lagging out? How is it doing? How's the audio and everything? Zombie Enforcement Bureau, what's up? Welcome to the room. It's just, you know, guys, I started this today because I started this stream because I believe that the city of Pasco has issued a warrant for Brent Brandt again. Brent Brandt has served over 100 days in jail since March 20th. They have repeatedly put charges against him, and then they hold him for 60 days. They do a mental hold and a mental evaluation, which gives them an extra 10 days to hold him each time. And then they drop the charges, and then they bring some other bullshit charges up against him, and they just keep going at him and at him and at him, and they've been molesting everything. They've been molesting every bit of justice. The idea that there's, you know, justice for all, one nation under God, and all that bullshit. No, that's justice for them because they're in charge. And the judges in Franklin County are I would not doubt that they molest people, physically molest them. With all this Epstein stuff going on, dude, I would not doubt that these are the kind of guys that do the same stuff Epstein did. I wouldn't doubt it, because I say that because they're willing to molest a man right in court and his own rights. People slander him, make false accusations against him, and he's not even allowed to object or he's threatened with being stuck with a needle for 90 days. Brent Brandt in Washington State will be stuck with a needle and held for 90 days in a mental institution as of today. Brent Brandt here. B-R-E-N-T. Cool. It's, how's the Tri-Cities? The Tri-Cities is a mess. I've got a bunch of videos that I'm trying to get posted up, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing about it, but I'm just going to put them up. The people in Pasco are afraid of the cops. They literally, the cops rape people in Pasco, and nobody says anything about it because they'll shoot your family. They'll come at you. And that's not a joke. I can testify that they will literally lie on court documents. They will slander and make false, not just accusations, but complete false stories about people. They will edit. Sorry. Joe Cool in the house. What's going on, man? Man, your laugh. I just love rolling with you, man. It feels, I don't know. Peachy Rider, welcome. It's getting out of control. So Brent Brandt will be today. I believe they issued a warrant for his arrest in the last 72 hours, or are going to, and they will be asking that the judge hold him in a mental institution for 90 days without, actually he'll be forced medicated. In the state of Washington, they can force medicate you still. And so they're going to literally stick him with Thorazine and Haldol and Seroquel, a bunch of things. He's going to be all drugged up for 90 days. And he's committed no crime. He's done nothing besides stand up to police brutality. There's videos on my channel of what happened in March. And since March, since they called him a scumbag and since they jumped on him and kicked him in the leg, they have repeatedly attacked him, arrested him 3 times. He has spent over 100 days in jail with no actual trial on anything. Every time they get to sit the jury, they drop the charges. But they are angry at him because he is exposing their behavior, me and him both. And now it's gotten to the point to where they believe they are above the public scrutiny. They're above public scrutiny. Nobody can touch them. Welcome to the room, Peachy Rider. You guys, I appreciate you guys even showing up. I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know how to do this. I mean, he can't afford a lawyer. He's a disabled Navy veteran. He's been seeking counseling at the Veterans Hospital. There's a video on my channel where Augie, his counselor, came out and threatened him after already dropping him. Augie quit coming to our house to help Brent in June. Before June, in like May. And in May, when Augie quit coming, Brent started going to the Veterans Hospital to get counseling. Since then, they came out and threatened him and told him he was going to take medication. And they have decided, the prosecution, the district attorney has decided he needs medication. So you're going to take it. So they've decided to lie over and over and over and over and just repeat the same story. The old adage, if you lie enough times, you do get targeted for standing up. But we have to stand together, and I'm just trying to get a little bit of attention, like, to help Brent out. It's the idea that he's going to be force medicated for 90 days. They're going to stick medication in his arm. And they told him this 4 months ago. And now they've been lying against him for 4 months, until the point to where they're going to get a judge to believe their stories, because it's what they're telling is the truth. We promise. And then what they do is they keep cutting out everything that's real. And if they did it one time and they forgot one thing, it would matter. But yeah, forced medication, Peachy Rider. That's what's going to happen to Brent Brandt here in Pasco, Washington. That's what they're doing. They're fucking scumbags. They can't even stand up to the scrutiny of public. That idea that you can redress your government without fear of reprisal, that's not possible in Pasco. In Pasco, if you even bring up corruption, they will attack you hospitalize you, and stick medication in your arm. Never hurt a single person, never threatened a single person. But they are going to they have stripped him of every basic civility and humanity. See, this is what I have to say this for a minute. We give the judiciary and the public defenders the right to judge us, and to pass judgment upon us, because they are to be just for all. They are supposed to be civil for all. They are not supposed to care what the district attorney says about Brent Brandt. They are supposed to look at the facts in full effect. When an allegation is made against you, you should have the basic ability to rebut or object to that allegation. Objecting an allegation against you should not have you locked up in a mental institution. I can't believe it's 2019 and this is America. Welcome. I can't believe this is 2019 and this is America. This literally seems to me like something out of The Man in the High Castle or Nazi Germany. This is literally what happened in Nazi Germany. The people in power got so addicted to their power that they just kept taking people away. Don't give the judiciary that power. It was stolen. Usurped. Well, yeah, you know, you're right. It is the juror's power. But we do give the judiciary a certain amount of power, but we only give that to them under the pillars of our foundation of our Constitution. And that is civility, humanity. There's a reason why it's Lady Justice. It's because she's supposed to be compassionate. She's supposed to have a heart. And she's supposed to love people. She's supposed to not care about what an officer says about you. She's supposed to care about what happened. If you're driving your wife to the hospital, and she's sick, and you don't have a driver's license, you shouldn't go to jail. But in America now, if you don't have a driver's license, it doesn't matter that you're trying to save somebody's life. They tell you to call an ambulance. Well, I don't have $1,000. And, well, that's not my fault. Not my fault. We made the rules, so you gotta obey. There's only a certain amount of rules to humanity. And if our government continues to make all these rules, we lose our humanity. I don't know how to... We overburden each other. Zombie Enforcement Bureau. Steal this book again. Everybody gets overburdened. Peachy Rider is overburdened by more government. It doesn't help us. It doesn't make us a better community. It doesn't help us help the poor. If you go back to the presidents before Woodrow Wilson and you look at what they said about government and the role of government, our government was not supposed to be so in charge. Our government has become tyrannical. They have lost touch with humanity. They won't even allow you to talk about the Constitution in court. Like somehow your First Amendment right to redress government is irrelevant because they say you're disorderly. Well, he's disorderly, Your Honor. He's not acting in an orderly manner that normal people see as okay. And so somebody called the cops. So therefore he's guilty. But wait, he's protesting police brutality, and then you just show up and arrest him? That seems kind of biased, doesn't it? No, Your Honor, we're not biased. And then you find out that Pasco cops raped people. That's an actual fact. Pasco cops raped people. They get fired and then hired back after the charges get dropped. A Pasco police officer, you can look this up in the news, raped a lady, but because it was back in the 90s, I believe, the statute of limitations was expired. They had DNA evidence, and the statute of limitations was expired. So they dropped the charges, and Pasco hired back a rapist. All cops do rape people. Yeah, the problem is it's not just physical. It's not just emotional. It's sexual, and it's
every aspect of their life.
Every aspect of our life is raped. You can't look over your shoulders without being raped. You know, this is the part that really sucks. If you read any history, what's going to happen eventually is the tables are going to turn. Society is going to stop bowing down to this theory that we must be governed by this almighty power that can take away our rights because they have deemed it necessary for a civil society to not have basic civil rights. The individual has no worth in Franklin County. The judges in Franklin County are beyond improper. They are in bed with the district attorney, and they are forcing the agenda, and they don't care about justice. The judges in Franklin County have bloodstains on their hands. I guarantee you, if you were to do a deep enough search, you will find out that that's why in Washington we call it El Pasco and the Tri-Cities. Straight up, Tri-City. That's steal this book again. You're right. This guy. I mean, I've never met this guy, but steal this book again is absolutely correct. We call it El Pasco and Tri-Cities. Pasco is 73% Hispanic, and that's not a problem. The problem is they've been importing Hispanics there and bringing them in and making it good for them because they know the migrant workers don't understand their rights. They don't understand what is right and wrong. They don't understand that a cop can't walk up and punch you in the mouth because these migrant workers come from a country where they fear the police. They fear power. They fear corruption. And they just keep their mouth shut.
They pay whatever they're told to pay.
They pay what they pay. They pay whatever they're told to pay. They go along to get along because that's how they've always done it. It's not a problem against them. It's what Pasco is doing to molest its citizens. Pasco is 73% Hispanic. 40-some percent, 44, 46% of that is known to be illegal migrant workers. Okay, so there's a lot of migrant workers in Pasco. Pasco is getting rich off of that because they are literally clogging up their court systems. That is what collectivism, democracy does, especially imported versions. No, you're right. It is what it does. See, the idea that we have a democracy, we have a democratic republic. We don't actually have a democracy, and that's kind of something that has also been raped from us. That has been molested from us, guys. We don't have a democracy. We live in a democratic republic, and while they are very similar, there's a huge difference because there's a foundation of laws and understanding that can't be. Spirit in the sky blue. Good to see you too. Welcome to the room, guys. There's a spirit that can't be molested, guys. There's something that can't be changed. A foundation. The building blocks of our society, humanity, justice for all, civility, the ability to talk to each other and be civil. It's Yeah, see, it's how it works, guys. Like, steal this book again. I don't even know who you are, man, but you're speaking the truth, man. Like, this guy is exactly what I'm trying to explain. They are taking a veteran who served in the Gulf Storm, the first Desert Storm War, which is still technically going on, if you all want to look that up for a conspiracy theory. The Army still considers the Gulf War to be active. But Brent Brandt is being force medicated. They issued him a warrant for his arrest. I believe he is surrendering himself. He heard that there was a warrant out for his arrest. He's not running from nobody. And the one thing Brent doesn't do is back down. They gave Brent a mental evaluation because when they took him to court and they tried to get him to sign a extension for his 60-day speedy trial, and he said, "Take it to the box, bitch. Take it to the box." That's what he said to the judge. And the judge is like, "How can you talk to me that way?" He's like, "Listen, you got 60 days to get me to trial. You got 60 days to put a jury across that from me. And you have 60 days to try me. So take it to the box, bitch. 15 days, stay, trial. We need a mental evaluation. This guy's crazy." He's crazy. He told the judge to take it to the box. Yeah. He understands his rights. And he knows that you have 60 days to put him up to trial. 60 days to hold him accountable for what you accuse him of. And instead of doing that, they've constantly molested and perverted and attacked him. To be honest,
Still not been to trial on that 60-day thing.
he's still not been to trial on his first 60-day accusation. And now he's going back. They've brought those charges back up against him. If anybody watched the video of Augie coming out and threatening him, what Augie said that day, "You will either take medication or we will put charges against you and you will be forced to take medication," is now coming to fruition. They are issuing a threat. They have tampered with his email and have altered an email to make it look as though he threatened somebody, is what I hear. I don't know I don't know everything. I have friends inside that Pasco doesn't know about, so stick this in your ass, Pasco. Not everybody is on your side. Not all the thin blue line has continued to rise up against me, fuckers. You keep fucking with me. It's just...
Yeah.
Pascu's issued a warrant saying that he's threatening federal employees. But they had to alter an email to do it. And you would think after 6 months of false accusations and 4 or 5 arrests now, you would think that they would be able to just charge the guy and arrest him and quit having all these mental evaluations and all. They are retaliating. Pasco, Sean Sant, Pasco and Sean Sant and the Pasco Police Department and the Franklin County Judiciary are all in bed with each other. They have laid down in bed with each other and are sleeping with each other. They are... Improprieties are abundant in Pasco and Franklin County. They don't even care. They are so powerful. They have become so addicted to their power in Pasco that in Franklin County they don't care. They know nobody will look at them. The governor in Pasco in Washington won't look at them. They're in bed with the governor. It's
a spoiler of bad news, which are really not helping him drive. capital. Put your headphones on. Go.
It is a retaliation. It is a punishment. Thanks, I appreciate it. I needed one for a long time, but to the right. It's it's a disgrace what's going on, and
Don't turn here, but turn into that next entrance.
Washington State, Pasco, Washington, Franklin County, Southern Belle, Spirit in the Sky, the one. What is his name again? Brent Brandt. His birthday is
8/20/71.
1971. We're from Pasco, Washington. I believe Brent Brandt turned himself in again, knowing they were going to force medicate him.
Stop right here. This side. Yes. Don't block it.
Brent Brandt. No D. No D, Spirit in the Sky. Like Eric with no D, though. Brent Brandt. 8/20/1971. Franklin County, Washington. Correct. Guys, I have to do something for a little bit. Give me 1 second.
This is where Mom told me to park. You didn't help him. I told him just to go here. Sometimes
Absolutely.
this is more fun.
Yeah. Yes.
Can't blame anybody.
Guys, it is government retaliation. Brent Brandt is being force medicated. I don't got a lot of time to talk about this. I have to go take care of stuff. I'm overwhelmed with what's going on. I got so much going on in my life. I can't. Pasco, Washington. Oh God, it's just. Sean Sant is the prosecutor. They are the judges in Franklin County. There's like 3 or 4 of them that are involved. Guys, I will be back on shortly. Just give me a little bit. I will be back. I gotta go, guys. I have to do this.